So it's not going to look much different if one of the numbers is negative. If I had 7x take away 4 equals 17. This is still not going to look very much different than the other one did. I still want this group of x's by itself. I still want to get this out of there. And then eventually I'm going to want to take these 7x's and figure out what a single x is worth. But first things first, I got to get all of the x's by themselves on one side and worry about that one later. So let's try this. If I have a negative 4 here, how would I get rid of negative 4? I would do the opposite, and I would add 4. So 7x minus 4 is what this side is, plus 4. And again, you don't need this step. If you can keep track of it all in your head, that's totally fine. I already know that these are going to get rid of each other. That was the point of adding those. So now I'm left with 7x on this side. Equals 17 plus 4 is 21. So now 7 times something is worth 21. So what is that something? Well, a lot of you will be able to figure out right now it's 3. But again, we kind of need to prove it. So what's happening here with the x's? 7 times x. There's 7 x's. I need to know what 1 is. That's division. That's how I undo this multiplying. Divide by 7. So I'll show what it is with the steps. 7x divided by 7 equals 21 divided by 7. X equals 3. And if you show all those steps, that's great. But again, this step and this step are not necessary. They just sometimes help people sort things out if they're having a hard time. So you can always check and see if this is right too. Take this and put it in here and see if it works. 7 times 3 is 21, minus 4 is 17. That's true, so it works. Let's try a slightly harder example. Something like 5x plus 2 equals, let's do 3x. Just like that. So 5x plus 2 equals 3x. Now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, jeepers, we really need to move more than one thing, more than I did before. But the goals are still the same. I need to get the x's together on one side by themselves without any of the added or subtracted numbers. So there's a whole bunch of ways you can go about doing this. The first thing I would do is I would try and get these x's over here. But you don't have to. If you want to get this number out of here first, that's fine. Or you can get this over here. But there's a reason I would avoid that right now. And the reason is to get rid of 5x, I would have to do negative 5x. If I subtract 5x over here, I would be subtracting 5x over here, and I end up with a weird situation. And I don't want a weird situation because I'd end up with negative x's. If that sounds confusing, don't worry about it. Just follow what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to move this 3x and get it off this side, because that'll get some 3x's off of here too, and then we'll be left with x's only on one side, which is what we wanted. So I'm going to start with a negative 3x. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. So 5x, take away 3x, is going to leave me with 2x's plus 2 equals 3x's, take away 3x's, is going to leave me with 0. So that's pretty easy. And now I'm looking at the same question I was looking at before. Now I'm looking at just a bunch of x's and a plus, and I got to do it. So I'm going to move these pluses and get rid of them so that these x's are by themselves. Negative 2, so 2x equals, now 0 take away 2 is going to leave me with negative 2. Now I have 2x, that's 2 times x. What's the opposite of times 2? Divide by 2. It's going to leave me with x equals, and negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. Now I can see if this works pretty easily if I want to. Just by looking at taking this number and putting it where x was. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. Negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. And 3 times negative 1 is also negative 3. Since both sides are the same, I know negative 1 is the right answer. Let's try one more. Let's try one that looks like this. A word problem where maybe we have a triangle and one side is x, and another is x plus 1, and the third side is x plus 2. And the perimeter is 33. And it asks, what is the length of each side? So, if the perimeter is 33, that means the distance all the way around is 33. That means if I took x and added it to x plus 1, and then added all of that to x plus 2, that would equal 33. Now if I know that x plus 1 plus x plus 2 equals 33, then this is the exact same type of thing we've already been doing. I just got to put my like terms together. That means everything that has an x in it, I have to put together. There's 1, 2, 3 x's, 3 x's, 3 numbers I don't know. But I know they're the same because they're the same letter. Oh, sorry. 3x 3x plus 1 and 2, so that's 3x, sorry, plus 3 equals 33. Now this is the exact same question we've been doing before. I need to get all of these x's by themselves. I can do that by getting rid of this. But if I take 3 away, I have to do it from both sides. So 3x plus 3 minus 3 is going to give me 3x. 33 minus 3 is going to give me 30. 3 times something equals 30. What is that something? Divide by 3. 3x divided by 3 is going to give me 1x. 30 divided by 3 is going to give me 10. So now I know that x is 10. So what is each side? This side is 10 plus 2, which is 12. This side is 10 plus 1, which is 11. And this side is just 10. And that's how a question like that would work. So hopefully these videos together have helped you out. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me tomorrow.